Okay, football fundamentalists, it's your boy Fabian again, and today we are speaking about the most entertaining match of the 2002 World Cup held in Korea and Japan. Okay, so let's get right into it. First of all, the honorable mentions. You know how we do it. We're going with Belgium versus Russia in the group match. That was the last group match to take the winner into the second round, the round of 16 that is, to play against Brazil. Alright, for those of you who know, Brazil were the eventual champions of this World Cup. But let me go proceed with it. Okay, Belgium versus Russia. Winner advance, loser goes home. And the match was entertaining. We got to see a 5-goal thriller with Belgium coming out on top, 3-2. Another honorable mention, well, honorable might be a testy kind of word where this is concerned, because many a video on YouTube has classed this as one of the most controversial matches in any World Cup tournament. I'm speaking about the round of 16 match between Italy and South Korea. Korea came out on top due to a goal in extra time. Now, for those of you who don't know what a goal is, the goal was introduced where the first team to score in extra time wins the match, and the match ends there as the goal is scored. One might say, hey, that's tough for the team they're playing against. They have a chance to redeem themselves. But the incentive behind it was that teams would go out and go for the goal, play attacking football, try to win the match in extra time rather than play for a stalemate and then go into penalties. We've seen that. Teams, once they realize, hey, after full time, we're going into extra time, players tired, let me just defend and go through the roulette of a penalty shootout and hope for the best, you know? It's not always the most exciting spectacle watching that half an hour play out. But FIFA, in their infinite wisdom, decided, hey, let's have whoever scores first in extra time wins the match. As the goal is scored, game over. All right, so Italy went into the second round match against the round of 16 that is, against South Korea, the hosts. And Italy scored first through Christian Vieri, a header, you know, he's a monster in the penalty area. And then Korea equalized, and then there were some infamous calls where Totti was judged for diving in the penalty area. It's totally subjective. The referees decided to book him again, having already booked him in the first half of the match. So Totti got a red card and had to leave, and Italy were playing with that one man less handicap in a match where all the subs were already made, people were tired, and Korea went on to score the winner through An. It was a nice goal, beautiful goal, but an air of controversy will always hang over this match. The match was exciting, yes, but maybe sometimes for the wrong reasons we speak about this match. So take that with a pinch of salt. Honorable, dishonorable mention, put it in your category, all right? The match was worth mentioning. All right, Italy versus South Korea. South Korea upsetting Italy and going forward 2-1 due to a goal in extra time by An. Okay, moving forward. Now, these two matches I'm going to talk about, I'm going to tell you my personal preference as to the most entertaining match, and the other honorable mention, which could be decided by some people as the most entertaining match, seeing that the two teams involved, you know, are two giants in the world of football, I'd like to think. But okay, runner-up, Brazil versus England in the quarterfinal. All right, that was a very entertaining match, I must say. I remember waking up either 1 o'clock or 2 o'clock in the morning because the matches were happening at those times due to the game being played in the Far East in Korea and Japan. And, you know, Brazil were in form, and so were England, you know. So-called golden generation of England with Beckham, Owen, Sol Campbell. England scored first, you know, due to a mistake by Lucio, the centre-back for Brazil. And Lucio, you don't want to make a mistake with a man with pace and speed like Michael Owen to pick up your ball and then blast it into the net. So the score was 1-0. And then it just wake Brazil up. I mean, everybody thought so far that once England kept Ronaldo, that is Ronaldo Nazario de Lima, on lock, that, yeah, it shouldn't be a problem, you know. But this is Brazil, my friend. Brazil have so many weapons, so many talented players who could do that magic stuff. Just pull the rabbit out of the hat, that just holding on to their big striker. You still had Ronaldinho to deal with. You still had Rivaldo to deal with. You still had a goalkeeper in Marcos to beat again, because he was, up to that point, he was having a very good tournament. And Roque Jr., seeing that as the other centre-back for Brazil, seeing that Lucio was having a tough time with Owen and his speed, decided to mark both Owen and Heskey and just let Lucio sweep. I mean, hey, kudos to Roque Jr. He had a very good match as a defender, you know, and you'd already praise Brazil for centre-backs per se. You talk about their wing-backs, and they had Cafu and Roberto Carlos. That team was just stacked. So England scoring first just woke up the beast. And boy, did they wake up Ronaldinho and Rivaldo. You remember the goal and the assist that Ronaldinho assisted Rivaldo. Pick up the ball in the middle of the park, drove towards, it was Ashley Cole, I believe, for England. Stepped over, and wow, did he send him to make a message, as we say in Trinidad? Did he take the bait with that step over and just roll it to the side for Rivaldo, who one time left foot passed it into the back of the net, beating David Seaman. It's like, wow, Jinga at its best. Joga Bonita. Wonderful goal, I must say. And then Brazil were just turning on the style at that point. And then there was this, the famous free kick, where Ronaldinho would tell you, hey, I didn't try to cross the ball. I saw Seaman advancing off his line, and I just chipped it into the net. Wow, what a goal. What a goal. What a goal. The Samba boys were on a roll in that match, boy. Wow. England, sorry, but you were in another very entertaining match in the World Cup. Again on the losing end. Sorry to say, but this is Brazil, baby. I mean, the whole football watching world would prefer Brazil go ahead than England, seeing the level of football and the entertainment value they were bringing to the World Cup at that point. If there's any goal to take it to the semi-final, what a goal, what a game, what a performance. Sorry to say that Ronaldinho got a red card soon after scoring that goal, but Brazil will be able to see it out. And I've seen this game at least 5 times, and every time I watch it, I'm impressed with the way Brazil played, how they came from behind and won the match. England, I don't think there was anything you could have done to beat Brazil on that day. So kudos to Brazil for giving us a very thrilling and entertaining quarter-final again. England, thanks for the part you played in that entertaining match, and congratulations for Brazil winning that World Cup. You haven't won one since, Brazil. But hey, we're looking forward to 2026, right? Anything could happen, you know? But that, in my opinion, was not the most entertaining match of that World Cup. Though it was very entertaining, for me, in my personal opinion, the most entertaining match was Senegal versus Sweden, round of 16. And I'll tell you why. Senegal started off this World Cup with a bang, upsetting the defending champions France in the opening match. And the reason that win meant so much to them, because they beat their former colonizers. And many Senegal players were playing in France. And Patrick Vieira, of Senegalese descent, playing for France, had to swallow that bitter pill. I don't know how bitter the pill was, I'm just speculating, but hey, you know, maybe he wanted to be in Senegal colors that day. Who knows? Who knows? Who knows? You never know. You never know. Anyhow, yeah. So Senegal started off the World Cup with a bang, and they were playing very entertaining football, very attacking football. All right? They had players like Henri Camara, Hugo Diop, Fadiga, El Hadji Diouf. Oh my goodness, that boy had skill. As a winger, oh, he was just tearing wing-backs apart, tearing defenses apart. So Sweden came out the group of death with Argentina, England, and Nigeria on top, I believe, in first place. Don't quote me on that one. So Sweden came out of the group of death to meet Senegal, who was the surprise team of the World Cup thus far, in my personal opinion. All right? There were many upsets in that World Cup, but yeah, we're talking about Senegal right now. Sweden, no slouch. Henrik Larsson, good player. I think that was the first game I saw Zlatan Ibrahimovic play. Both teams went at it, and they were turning on the style. 360 moves, stepovers, nutmegs, you name it, that was happening in that match. You know, entertainment value at the highest. And I believe Henrik Larsson scored first with a header, taking the game to 1-0 in favor of Sweden thus far. And then Ari Kamara, the dip of the shoulder, left two defenders for dead and shot low and hard down in the corner. Oh my goodness. The skill displayed in that goal. If you never see it, you need to see it. Taking the game into extra time. And as I said before, this was golden goal era. Whoever scores first, let me repeat it, in the extra time wins the match. The match comes to a halt and the winner goes forward and the loser goes home. And Mr. Ari Kamara, knowing that, scored another beautiful goal with a nice dip shoulder and run. And almost a carbon copy of the first one, almost. But I think he rolled it the other side this time, kissing it off the post, going into the goal to knock Sweden out. My, it was an entertaining match. Skill was on full display. If you want a game with plenty highlight reels, skill moves, and flair play, Senegal versus Sweden, my friend. That is why, in my opinion, this match, Senegal versus Sweden, was the most entertaining match of the 2002 World Cup. If you disagree, please say so down in the comments and say why your pick is the most entertaining match of the 2002 World Cup. I will then go and watch that match again and tell you if it's yay or nay. If you have a point, or if I still stand behind my match being Senegal versus Sweden. Alright? Football Fundamentalists, it's your boy Fabian again saying bye-bye. Enjoy the new year. We're in the World Cup here, baby. We're counting down to 2026 World Cup. And let me know what you guys feel about this World Cup having 48 teams and such, and being hosted by 3 nations. Hit me up down in the comments. I'll do a video on it if I hear anything interesting down in the comments, alright? Enjoy the new year and continue to play football. I'm out.